Hey, what's up? We're finally back with another manga haul. This time we've got a good variety, a couple of different English manga. Finally, I've been trying to catch up on all of the English manga that I've wanted to buy for quite a while. So slowly going through that, I have a whole list of it. And of course, Japanese manga as well, and some art books. So we'll just get started with it because the first book that I want to show off is actually not manga, but it is manga related, definitely. We've got a book here by Ryan Holmberg that is titled The Translator Without Talent. So this is the reprint, the 2024 reprint of this book. What it is it has an essay by Holmberg about his sort of methods when it comes to translations, how he approaches it, which is really interesting. But the entire book itself is actually, rather than it being like your traditional book in terms of just paragraphs and paragraphs of content, it is a collection of his Instagram posts from 2017 to 2019. So, as you can see here, they're pretty much just formatted like Instagram posts. And if you have seen his Instagram account, very informative. He puts up all of his sort of research, his journey, and, you know, for example, meeting the Tsuge brothers over here. So this book is super nice to reference. It's very convenient for me. Even at the back, it's got like a little index, so you can jump to whatever topic you want to find. If you want to look at any ebisu, you want to look at any Nemoto, Otomo, Tsuge brothers, they're all here. And here are some of the manga translated by Holmberg. So many of these. A lot of these are still on my list to collect. So I'm definitely getting F. I need Fujiwara Maki's book. I also need the other Bubbles books like Igaguri. We'll be getting Secondhand Love soon. What else is there? Sabu the Bruiser is pretty hard to get. Black Hook Press, out of print. Flying Harbor as well. But yeah, this one is just a great book to reference. I'm slowly getting through it, but you know, even if you don't have the book, you can still see all of this content on Holmberg's Instagram account, which is Mangaberg, which I highly recommend for you to follow if you are interested in his travels, his studies, all these different mangaka here. So shout out to Ryan Holmberg for carrying a lot of the alt manga releases in English. So yeah, really great book there. And the print, it's so nice, the paper quality as well with the reprint. So let's move on to the other English manga that I have for today. So the most recent one that arrived in the mail for me was Okinawa by Susumu Higa. And this was published by Fantagraphics in collaboration with the Manga Splaining podcast, with which you can find on like Spotify, and I'm not sure what platforms are there in terms of what they're on. But I'm not keeping up with them fully, but I've watched a couple of episodes. They essentially just go through different manga every episode and introduce you to the manga that they bring up. They've got a panel of 4 members that consistently talk about these manga, and Manga Splaining, I'm not sure of the full name, maybe it's Manga Splaining X. I will put that in the description just to check, but they do publish some manga as well. So Okinawa was one of them. Recently they put out Atsushi Kaneko's, I forgot the name of it, but it was his Dororo adaptation or spin-off that Dororo by Tezuka Osamu, I mean. That has been coming out by them. They're also doing something by Akane Torikai as well. So a lot of cool manga that they're putting out. But this one here was translated by Jocelyn Allen. And as you can see here, nominated for this award at the Comic Festival. And it's a non-fiction manga about Okinawa. And I'm guessing the period of war during that time. So this book here is surprisingly not as big as I thought it was in terms of its height. It was This is like a Japanese volume size. Pretty small, but very thick. I think it's like 500 pages or so, which is very worth it for the price that I paid for this. So we've got an interview in the back. But yeah, 500 pages. So I'll just give you an idea of what it looks like here. I do not know anything about it, nor do I know much about Susumu Higa in general. So this is completely new territory for me. But I'm very excited to get into this because it's not common for me to read a lot of non-fiction manga, to be honest. I do want to definitely get into more of that over time, but yeah, I will definitely I'll bring this back once I finish this brick of a book. I haven't started yet. This only came like a couple of days ago, but I've heard very good things about it from my friends who have read this before. But yeah, Okinawa by Susumu Higa. Great pickup, just great value. Hardcover book, 500 pages for a pretty good price. So let's move on to another haul that I picked up in terms of English manga. We've got a couple of different ones. So we'll just start off with the Starfruit books pickups that I had. So 2 horror pickups. One is the Wonder House of Horrors by Miayako Cojima. I'm not too knowledgeable about Cojima, but I do believe that they did some comics for Marvel at some point. But yeah, shoujo horror looks insane. Can't wait to get into this type of stuff. In terms of her Japanese manga as well, I was looking to pick up her Japanese tankobon, but you know, with this coming out, I reckon that maybe I should wait because Starfruit Books might put out more of her stuff. So pretty cool one as well. We'll definitely get into that at some point. And then we've got here the Town of Pigs. This is a reprint. So the reprint also by Starfruit Books. Of course, the horror master Hideshi Hino. So I do have other Hino books as well, but this book is great. The quality is great too. It's a more classic horror manga that I can't wait to get into. I've been in a sort of horror manga reading phase for a little bit, as you can probably tell from my previous videos with like Tanima Yumeji, and I don't know if it will be up by the time this video comes up, but I finished a shoujo horror book by Nishi Takero, The Vampire Moth. So this is really good as well. I don't know if that'll be out, but if it's not out, I will definitely make a video on it. So yeah, those are all the Starfruit book pickups. Great stuff. And this is a Glacier Bay book pickup. So this is The Invisible Parade by Mississippi, who I first encountered, I believe he had a chapter in the Kuss anthology, I believe. So it's the tiny anthology that I showed off quite a while ago. I'm not sure in what video, but this is what it looks like, very tiny one. But this one had some stuff by Sakabashira, Jiro Ishikawa, yeah, there we go, Mississippi, Tsukiko, and the Satellite. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the first time I encountered them was in here. I do believe they have a story in Glaolia as well. Not sure which one of them it is, but I loved the art style of Mississippi, and I had planned to pick up one of their books quite a long while ago. I planned to pick up their books quite a long while ago, but yeah, only now did I pick it up. And also, pretty interesting, I don't know what's happening here, but I'm excited to get into it. There's like a section where it's upside down, flipped upside down. But amazing art. Gives me like a very quiet mood or atmosphere. But there you go. Here are the credits for that. And here's a little background on Mississippi. Okay, so that was all of the English manga that I picked up recently. I highly recommend all of them. because they, especially all these publishers as well, Mangasplaining, Starfruit, Glacier Bay, putting out a lot of great stuff. But yeah, English manga, I still have tons and tons to follow up with, because I mainly buy Japanese manga anyways, so I try to like alternate between it, pick up some Japanese manga when I can, but then after that try to pick up some English manga as well to support the publishers that are putting out the great stuff in English. So I'll just put this away now. All right, so let's get on to the Japanese stuff, which actually, there's only one in this case, or maybe two. This one is another book that I had wanted for actually quite a while. I was looking for it for quite a while. This is another book by Kanno Osamu, and this one is titled Shofu, which means prostitute or harlot, and it's another collection. It's the second collection of his works. And the reason why I wanted this really badly was because if you saw in my 1983 August Garo video, one of Kanno Osamu's one-shots was in here, The Landscape with Cows. So let me find that there, 161. That chapter is featured in this book, which is great here, the chapter with cows. That was the Garo story. But yeah, I am still collecting all of Kanno Osamu's works. I think I'm missing 2 tankobon at the moment. But yeah, I have shown off Kanno Osamu on the channel before. A favorite mangaka of mine, did works in Garo. And I believe they actually show on the back, yes, on the back where these stories were collected from. So you've got a couple from Yagyo, you've got a lot of Garo as well. This one was published, 1984? But yeah, great stuff. Nearly completing my Kanno Osamu collection. Just two more books, but one of them is really hard to find. I think it's called Winter Cry or something like that. Very hard to find. I'm still waiting for that. But it's cool that this one also came in like a plastic protection covering as well. And I believe this is The Man from The Landscape with Cows, published by Hokuto Shobo. And I wish I paid 1,800 yen for this. Sometimes it's kind of sad when you pick up all these old books and you see the prices. I'm like, oh, I know inflation, but damn, 1,800 yen. Really wish I paid those prices for this. But Kanno Osamu, harlot / prostitute, however you want to translate this. This one I've been looking for quite a while, so I'm very happy that I had picked this up. And it's really cool as well that we have on the cover, at least, not this person here, might have been a combination of different stories, but this dinosaur is from the Landscape with Cows story. One of the other reasons that I really wanted this book was that the cover was referencing one of my favorite stories from Kanno Osamu. So that was really cool. But yeah, that was the second collection of Kanno Osamu's works. So let's move on now. So this time, we've got, I'll just move on to all the art book stuff. I don't think there's any more manga that I need to show off. All right, so this is technically an art book. It's not really a book, but it's definitely art. So this here, I'll show the back of it. You can't really tell what it is. You might be able to see inside there. So this here is like I'll just call it like a booklet, an art booklet, or a binder, spiral thingy. Reminds me of a calendar. But this is Tokyo Typhoon by Ichiba Daisuke. So this is a collection, and this will be a little bit hard to show because it's like vertical like this. This was a collection of artworks that were published by Mangasick, which is a Taiwanese, let me just reverse this actually, which was a Taiwanese shop and also publisher that translates a lot of alt manga. So Mangasick is amazing. Recently, they've been holding the Kikuchi Hironori exhibition. they reprinted Alchemical Graphics 1 and they released number 2. So that was insane. I've ordered both of them from them. They do international shipping, but you'll have to email them. But yeah, they're based in Taiwan. They publish a lot of different Gara and alt manga books. So you've got, from my memory, they've done translations for Anzai Mizumaru. They've done stuff for, I think, did they do something for Tsuge? One of the Tsuges, maybe. I'll put the link to their website in the description. I'm just trying to, I don't remember exactly what they published, but a lot of it is alt manga related. So it's really cool that in Taiwan, they have an audience for that. And this exhibition was held in 2017 with Mangasick. So this book was released as a companion to that exhibit. But I'm very happy with this. Very happy that I can continue. Very happy that I can continue with building the Ichiba collection. This one's a really cool one, although it's very long. It's hard to put it on a shelf, so I've chucked it on my trolley. But amazing stuff with Ichiba as usual. But at least with Tokyo Typhoon, this one here fits very well with the artworks that were chosen, because a lot of them are portraits. And we've got this long vertical format here, so you might want to turn your phone to see them how they were intended. But this wasn't too expensive either. I'm not too sure if there is still stock left that they have, considering this was from 2017. So here's just some information about it. Limited to 300 copies, printed in Taiwan, published by Mangasick, Tokyo Typhoon. So amazing stuff. Always happy to add more Ichiba to the collection. So let's move on. The next book has also been a book that I have been trying to find for quite a while. This one I actually know nothing about, but the first time that I saw it was on Instagram, on Japanese Avant-Garde Books' Instagram accounts. Highly recommend you to look into that account as well. It has a lot of insane books. This one is called The Townsend House by Yoshitaro Isaka. And it is sort of like a picture book, but an adult picture book. So it's a part of this Miyuki illustrated series. And so I'm assuming this is Isaka. But from my memory, I don't even know much about it. I don't even want to know much about it because I want to go into blind. But it seems that the Townsend House has something to do with like prostitutes. Maybe it's a brothel, something like that. But I will definitely make a separate video on this because let me just showcase the art. So the art alone made me really want to pick this up. It seems like the most chaotic drama story. I'm not sure what is actually going on here, but what's really cool is that a lot of the pages are just mostly the artwork. And of course there's the story as well with the what's it called? The speech, the dialogue, text boxes, whatever. But very surreal and strange, which is my type of thing. But yeah, I will 100%, once I do read this and know what is actually going on in the story itself, I will make a separate video on this spotlighting. But this was published 1969, ages ago. And it smells. It really smells as well, which is unfortunate, but I've been looking for this for like a year as well. Both this and the Kanno Osamu book were very happy finds for me because I've been just waiting for ages for them to pop up somewhere. But yeah, Townsend House, very excited to get into this soon. But yeah, will deserve its own video. But shout out to Japanese Avant-Garde Books for putting this up on his account and showing the rest of the world all of these really cool books as well. So that was The Townsend House by Yoshitaro Isaka. And the last book that I have is the biggest book in my collection physically. So right now, I don't think I can actually show the entire book because it's too big. So this book here is the Japanese Avant-Garde collection of underground Japanese theater, and it's giant, published by Parco. So what it is collecting all of the posters from that were promoting underground Japanese theater. We've got a lot of essays about some prominent writers, playwrights, that sort of thing. But the main thing here is like, by the way, I'm doing this horizontally because it's so big that I can't even show the full thing. But this is one of the coolest books that I own because the variety of illustrators and artists that are showcased here is off the charts. Like, you even have a poster here by Shirato Sanpei, which I never knew he did. Like, Japanese underground theater, I do not know much about it at all. But just looking at this book, I do want to research more about it, about what went on. You've got artists like, let me see, Tatsumi Shiro. Unfortunately, you can't see it properly, but Tatsumi Shiro did some posters. This is by Uno Akira. I picked this up because I knew they had stuff by Yosuke Inoue, Hanawa Kazuichi, Hayashi Seiichi as well. So a ton of amazing illustrations. All of these posters for Japanese theater. So I'll just give, there we go. This one here is the one by Hayashi Seiichi. I want to see if I can find the Hanawa one. There's just so many in here that I can't really find it properly, but yeah, this book is expensive though. Very big. I'm not sure how rare it is. It is, I would say, it's not the rarest thing in the world, but definitely hard to get. Here we go. We've got the poster here by Hanawa Kazuichi. But amazing stuff. I do want to make a separate video on this because I do have to research more about Japanese underground theater. There was a lot of drama that went on with it. I think, was that Otomo? Yeah, you even have a poster by Otomo Katsuhiro, the mangaka behind Akira. So just a collection of all these insane artists. You have Yoko Taronori as well, but they even have like a glossary of all the different works when it came out, designers, etc. But I do have to figure out a way to properly showcase this because it's such a large book. It's like covering my whole desk right now, so I don't. I'll figure it out sometime. But I really do want to make a video on it by itself. But I do have to learn more about underground theater in Japan at that time. There's a lot of essays that they have in here, which is cool. But you know, a lot of information to digest and figure out. But yeah, one day I will make a separate video on this. But yeah, that was the end of the manga haul. Where did I put the other books? Here it is. I'll just chuck all these books back again. A combination of English releases, unique essay / Instagram research books, giant art books, calendar booklets, all of that type of stuff in this video. I haven't done a manga haul video in ages, so I was very happy to finally get these books together to put one up. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.